What's up, everybody? My name is Vincent. Welcome to Cryptolution, where we talk about everything under the moon in the crypto universe. Today is Friday, January 3rd. In today's video, I want to share with you the dog Bitcoin charting and analysis. Now, the reason I'm very excited about this is because I'm actually seeing a pattern, which I will share at the very end of the video. But I also want to share with you why AIXBT, which is one of the most popular AI agents across all of crypto Twitter, is saying a lot about dog, mainly bullish sentiment. We're also going to share with you who's been accumulating. Are whales inflowing or outflowing their bags of dog? And also something that we're seeing within the Runes Magic Eden marketplace in terms of the massive trading volume. So let's go ahead and cover all these different details in this video. Let's not waste any time. Smash up that like button, subscribe to the channel. Don't forget to join our Patreon page. And most importantly, please be careful with any of the scammers down in the comments below. I will never reach out via WhatsApp, Telegram, direct message, or email. So please be careful and invest safely. So guys and girls, let's get right into it. So dog Bitcoin is up 4.6%, around a 740 million market cap. Now, why did this pump? Well, mainly due to Bitcoin's price, right? So Bitcoin is up 1.2%. It was roughly just not too long ago around $96,000, now $98,000. But dog Bitcoin hasn't just pumped because of Bitcoin. We just saw a massive rally from dog reaching over 20% over the past few days. So this is something that we're seeing, that dog Bitcoin is actually coming back to life. Now let's look at the ranking of dog Bitcoin, because right now it's ranked number 17 across all meme coins in all blockchains. Now something I want to point out is that when you look at tokens such as Peanuts or maybe Fart Coin, maybe even SPX 6900, these are all coins on blockchains such as Ethereum and Solana, even Mogcoin as well. And most of these coins are in the billions of dollars. But just like these coins such as Fartcoin, which is right up above, which is in the 1.5, I think sooner or later it's going to be at the exact same market cap as Peanut, Popcat, GigaChad, and Mogcoin. These used to be in the $1 billion range. Now they're no longer in the $1 billion range. So I think this is going to be short-lived sooner or later. And just think about it like this. If 1% of Bitcoin's market cap were to go into dog, guess what? Dog's market cap would be into the $18 billion, which would make it the second largest meme coin across all blockchains. Let that sink in your mind. Just 1% of Bitcoin's market cap into dog. Now, we just want to celebrate that today is Happy Bitcoin Day. So basically on January 3rd in 2009, Satoshi Nakamoto mined the very first Bitcoin block. So today is a very historical day. And not only that, look at the volume that's happened on Magic Eden from 2023 compared to 2024. It's massive. It used to be under $500 million. Now it's over $2 billion in 2024. Can you imagine what's going to happen in 2025 for the Bitcoin ecosystem? It's going to be absolutely huge. Now let's talk about who's been accumulating, who's been selling. Based on what Dog BTC has shared with the amount of inflows and outflows in the top 100 wallets, not really much inflows or outflows. In fact, we're seeing more inflows. What's really good about this is that we're not seeing massive accumulation or a massive dumpage. These whales are holding. Now let's look at the new record that we've just set over the past 24 hours, because just as of yesterday, almost close to around 9 p.m. Pacific time, we've reached a new all-time high holder count of 100,000 new holders. Now let's just pause here real quick, because when dog was airdropped, and I was here at the very beginning at April 20th of 2024. We had around 70,000 unique holders. So we've garnered over 30,000 unique holders since then. So if you're wondering, are there more people flocking to Bitcoin? Yes, this is the numbers. They're telling you what's really going on. This is just based on what we're seeing on chain. We don't know what the centralized exchanges, how many holders they have, such as Gate.io, MEXC. So these are a few wallets I can just make an example of who's been buying a ton of dog recently. We saw somebody buy $36,000 worth of dog, roughly 5 million that they got in terms of dog tokens. And then we also saw this wallet who spent around $25,000. In exchange, they got around 3.5 million tokens of dog. Now, in terms of mindshare, dog remains in terms of the top 10 mindshare attractions and mentions on crypto Twitter and social media. This is really promising. It's competing against the #1 meme coin on Base, Fartcoin, which is right now becoming the more dominant silly coin of Solana. And then there's Peanut, which I'm not even going to talk about because that this to me is a scam. Now, in terms of mindshare, in terms of top AI agents, now what we need to pay attention to is AIXBT has that largest mind share. Now, why am I bringing this up? It's because AIXBT has shared a lot of different predictions regarding dog. We have Dog of the Moon saying, hey, agent, just FYI, Dog just reached 100,000 unique holders without any tier 1 centralized exchange listing. And he responded, or it responded, no tier 1 is needed, culture beast permission. Then I shared my prediction, which is, can we reach a $5 billion market cap without that tier 1 centralized exchange listing? And it said yes, and liquidity on chain is decent for Dog. Narratives are ready. Then Leonidas shared that the smartest AI on X is calling for a $750 billion market cap after its response, which was Dog on Bitcoin is worth 15x the testnet Dogecoin. Real Bitcoin token will flip fake testnet copies. I absolutely love that it's talking like this. An AI agent recognizing that all these other tokens and all these other smaller liquidity blockchains are testnets. And it doesn't stop there. Look at this like freeze frame and screenshot right here of all the responses of how AI XBT is so bullish on Dog on many different fronts. Now let's get into the numbers in terms of charting and analysis. Now I just want to share with everybody that we have not seen the God candle yet for Dog. If you just look at where January 1st Dogecoin first started, it was roughly around a 700 million market cap. Then all of a sudden on May 7th, we saw a massive 14,000% increase that sent it in the $1 billion or multi-billion dollar range. Now look at Dog Bitcoin. From January 1st of where we are at just a couple days later at around a 700 million market cap, the exact same point of where Dogecoin is at. Imagine if we reach 14,000%, the same percentage by May 7th of 2025. That would bring the market cap of Dog Bitcoin to $8 billion. That's roughly around 80 cents. That's crazy. And then just kind of wanting to share with you this charting analysis real quick is that we're forming higher lows and higher highs. These are the higher lows and these are the higher highs. And we're pretty much set for another higher high. We reached this amount of bottom 4 times in the RSI here, 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 and here. Now, every time we reach those bottoms, as you can see these green lines, we experience another uptrend after we bottom out. The same thing with the amount of selling pressure in the MACD. This is the seller's market. And we hit this exact same point right back here in August. So let's go ahead and zoom in another thing in terms of charting analysis. Now, what is this all about in this specific chart, which I'm very excited to share with you? Basically, how many times have we seen Dog pump? Well, we've seen it basically 3 times in the past. Right back here in May, right over here in September 2024, and right over here in November 2024. Now, why do we pay attention to these 3? Notice something about the RSI and the MACD, okay? So both the RSI and the MACD show in these green boxes that we are going in these new tops. So the top right over here in the MACD is right around here, and the top right around here is the RSI. Now, look at over here, same thing, right? So we're seeing a bottom and we're seeing a top. Now, the main point that I want to point out is the percentage, right? Back here is 477%, right here is 117%, right here is 187%. So every time we see these new bottoms right here, we see this massive parabolic bull run. So we're seeing the exact same thing right here being repeated over and over. So I just made a rough estimate, right? So right now I put 130%. That's just kind of a middle that I see between 187 and 117%. So I just did a modest 130%. Well, this would send the token roughly around $1.3 billion. So that's what we could see hopefully before February, because notice that these squares are actually quite small in terms of days. There are not that many days in these parabolic runs. So we could see the exact same thing before February pretty soon. And it would complete our cup and handle pattern, which is this is the cup and this is the handle. And right now in terms of the RSI, we're right here in the RSI. We haven't met the top just yet, just like these previous bull runs before. And even the MACD, we're in the seller's market and we do have a ton of room up here in the MACD for a buyer's market. So this could flip very soon, but everything's determined on what Bitcoin's going to do, right? So right now, Dog Bitcoin is its own meme coin asset class compared to these other meme coins on these testnet chains. It's its own category. This is its own blockchain, which is Bitcoin. All these other ones are Solana, Base, or Ethereum. There's nothing like Bitcoin ever to see something like this. That's why nobody's paying attention to it, because nobody understands it really from these other testnet chains. Everybody likes to follow the money. They don't like to follow the data and analytics. So as a conclusion and statement, you are about to see what's going to happen with Dog. Right now, it's hovering around a 750 million market cap at the time of this recording. It may go much higher. And I think even Bitcoin Ordinals are going to go much higher because we have not seen Bitcoin's inflow or liquidity inflow into Ordinals or runes. All this is going to explode this year, guys and girls. You know what's going to happen politically within the US regarding Bitcoin's adoption, being Bitcoin reserves, our pro-crypto president, our pro-Congress from the House and Senate. Everything is positioned really well for runes Ordinals, and Bitcoin. Focus on the mother chain. That's all you need to focus on. Study the mother chain as soon as possible. Get exposure as soon as possible, because this will be the last time you will have this chance. So I just want to wish everybody a wonderful weekend. I just want to get this information out to you guys and girls as soon as possible. Anything can happen over the weekend. We could experience a retracement, or we could experience a really nice pump to the upside. Anything can happen. We could trade sideways. We could consolidate. But nonetheless, I'll try to do my best to update everybody on this channel. So as always, be sure to smash up that like button, subscribe to the channel. Don't forget to join our Patreon page and our X platform to receive all of our alpha calls and trades regarding Dog to the Moon, the Rune ecosystem, and the Ordinal ecosystem. Until then, see you guys girls next time.